Hello, welcome to another tutorial. This one in particular I'm going to show you the basics of the NPCGen editors. So this is where you can add all your mobs and your NPCs to the game. So what you're going to need is you're going to need an NPCGen editor. Of course you'll find the link below in the description. These two are essentially the same according to the QQ thing. They're made by the same person. I'm going to give credit to OMG times 2 from Rage Zone, because that's where he's posted it on Rage Zone, and he gives credit to 9UUCP, credit to the authors, in his thread. So credit to both of them for this tool. It's been really useful to me. These tools are essentially the same. I think this one's a more up-to-date version. I've been using this one, which works on the 1264. It works perfectly fine. They are essentially the same, except for a few little differences. If you play Spot the Difference, you'll see, you know, there's 3 buttons here, 2 buttons there. These ones are ungrayed out, these ones are grayed out, and so on. So they are essentially the same. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to use the one that I'm accustomed to, which is this one here. But if you've got this one, they are pretty much the same. So anything I do on this one, you should be able to do on this one. I've also got a little cheat sheet. Credit to Shimmy here for this. I have added a few extra things. I've added like three or four different things. But credit to Shimmy for the most part. His translation's been a big help for me using this. So let's just go ahead and get started. As you can see, the open button here. This is the one you want to use to open. The file that you want to use is NPCGen.data. Okay, so you'll see this in your client folder. Now, you need to get this off of the server. So the way that you're going to do that is you're going to connect to your server via an FTP client, for example, WinSCP. You're going to go to your usual place where you get your elements.data from. And inside of that folder, it should be the config folder on the most recent builds. You're going to get a load of folders, you know, Z1, Z2, Z3. These are all your maps. So, for example, Sunstream is Z1. So you want to go into your Z1 folder and you're going to find NPCGen.data. You want to go ahead and open that. Now, these are all edited ones that I've edited, so I'm going to open the backup one, which is my original. There we are. And there you are, you're going to see all of these mobs and NPCs. These are all mobs and NPCs in this left hand box. And of course you've got your search function here, so you can type in an ID and hit search. Let's go ahead and bring up 577. So here we see a lot of information. Excuse me. This right here, as you can see from the well, you might not be able to because my videos seem to only display in 480p. As you can see here, this is the coordinates. So this is where you'll find your mob. This is your X, this is your Z, and this is your Y, the middle one. Sorry for coughing. This is the way that your mob or NPC will face when it first spawns. Now this is the tricky part because we haven't really got a way that we can see in-game. Obviously if you wanted your coordinates, you could just enable the debug console and use d_show_pos. But for the purpose of this, what I would do, and what many other people do, is they find another NPC that's facing the way that they want it, and then simply copy. Using the search function, they copy and paste the way that they're looking. This right here is your northeast, southwest face thing. So if I was to click this, it would automatically fill it in northeast, south, or west. I haven't actually figured out which one's which, but I'll do that after I finish the video, and I'll update this and I'll release this cheat sheet for you guys. Of course, it was done by Shimmy, so obviously credit to him. So that's okay. This is just your overview of how to do it. So for example, let's say we wanted to add a new NPC. We can just take any old mob in here. I would recommend taking one of these ones because these are all like the wolves and the, you know. So if I search 7 for a wolf, course it's not going to do it, because it searches it searches for each individual letter number in the larger numbers. So if you're searching for an individual number, you're going to be there a long time. So let's just take 577. Let's change it to 7 mob ID. The first thing we want to do is we want to delete this one. So to delete this one, we're going to use this button down here. Now, as you can see, it's the same on this one as well, this editor. So you're looking for the one with the little up arrow, basically. It's not an up arrow, it's a Chinese letter. But go ahead and delete that. Now that you've deleted that, you can edit all of your things. I'd get rid of all this stuff. You just want the ID. So 7. You can add that. There you are. It's added. Now, if you want to move it around, you can change all the coordinates. If you want it to face a different way, you can do that also. So that's the basic way of how you want to do it. Now what you want to do is, this is the temporary save button right here. You go ahead and click that. And there you are. Temporary save. Let's say you wanted to duplicate, so this is the duplicate button. Boom. Got another one here. And you can also delete. Over here you've got your import and export buttons, so if you wanted to export one mob in particular, you could do that and then input it to another NPCGen file. Ooh, my background disappeared. One moment. Okay. Isn't that inconvenient? Okay, so this is basically a quick overview of the adding and removing and moving and all kinds of stuff to NPCs and mobs. Now, keep in mind, if I've just added a mob, so it's going to stay as mob. Your monster, this is your monster, this is your monster and NPC drop down box. So I've just added a monster. Now let's say that I've just added an NPC. What I need to do is I need to change it to NPC and then hit update so that it acts as an NPC. Now you have got several other functions along the top, which I'll go into in another video. Goodbye.